Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Swish stream with Steven. I am Steven, and my team is Swish Gaming. If you enjoy the content that you see today, give us a follow on YouTube at Swish Gaming, Twitter, The Swish Gaming, Facebook, Swish Gaming, and Twitch, The Swish Gaming. We also have a website, swishgaming.com, where you can check out all sorts of gaming-related content. Okay, so yesterday we took our first dive, at least I did, into the format that is known as Alchemy. And if you don't already know, Alchemy is essentially a rebalanced and kind of shifted standard format. There are rebalanced standard cards, some of them a little more powerful, some of them a little less powerful. And then there are also just completely new cards that came out in the Alchemy set. And there's some really crazy ones. One of them being this card right here, Discover the Formula. It's a 6-mana instant. Seek 3 non-land cards, then non-land cards in your hand perpetually gain this spell costs 1 less to cast. So yesterday we were playing a blue-red deck to kind of try and start testing this format a little bit, playing 4 Discover the Formulas, and as the day went on, I think the deck definitely got better. I think the deck certainly has some legs, but today we're going to go with a more established deck. This is a copy of a 75 that got 90th last season in Alchemy. So let's kind of go through and talk about what this deck is doing. I referenced it a few times yesterday on stream, saying that this is one of the decks to beat. It's one of the decks that Brad Nelson wrote about in his article, and I'm not certain that this is the same 75 that Brad Nelson posted about, because that one was a 4th place list from an event from someone that we know pretty well here at Swish Gaming, Gavin Bennett. But that's not the list I ended up going with. I ended up going with the one that got 90th because this is a list that Dewey Vu, our team captain, so to speak, has been testing. So I'm going to give this a try. Now, he's made some changes, Dewey has, to the 75, but I'm just going to go exactly with the 75 as is for a few rounds, and then if we want to make some changes, we can make them as we go. But let's kind of talk about some of the more interesting cards that are in this deck. Obviously, you know, it's a blue-white control deck with cards that are legal and standard. But let's talk about some of the new stuff that's in this deck. So there are 3 copies of this card called Divine Purge. It's a 3-mana sorcery that exiles all artifacts and creatures with mana value 3 or less. So it's like a pretty cheap sweeper. And basically, your opponent can replay these cards, but it also hits your own stuff. Now, we don't really have any creatures or artifacts that are going to get hit by this other than the one of Malevolent Hermit in the main deck, which is kind of interesting. But nonetheless, it's going to be a sweeper. It's going to give us some time. The fact that it deals with artifacts is kind of cool. It misses Key to the Archive, which is one of the best artifacts in the format, but we're playing 4 keys, so I guess we're not trying to hit Key to the Archive with this. But it's just going to be a solid sweeper, hopefully. It doesn't hit enchantments, so it's not going to deal with Sanguine Brushstroke, but I guess we don't care because it deals with the Blood Artist, so, you know, that's pretty good. So it's kind of one of the new cards out of Alchemy that we're going to try in this deck today. Looks pretty good. Excited to try it out. Another one of in this deck that I'm not sure if this is any good at all, but it's certainly interesting. It's a 4/3 flyer, Obsessive Collector, 3 generic and a blue, flying, has Ward 2, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, seek a card with mana value equal to the number of cards in your hand. So we kind of set up cool card draw with this. We can like manipulate how many cards are in our hand, hopefully, to determine, like if we, for example, if we have 6 cards in our hand and we're able to hit with this, we just know that we're going to get a Discover the Formula, which is really disgusting. Also, if we're able to set it up where we have 5 cards, we can hit a Doomscar or a Liar. 4 cards, we can hit all these other good cards, the One of Deluge or the Archives or Teferi, and so on. So, could be kind of cool. I'm excited to try it out. I have no idea if it's actually good. It kind of seems like random, but, I mean, it looks like a pretty good card, so it'll be interesting to try. 2 copies of Unexpected Conversion. This is another new one out of Alchemy. It's a 3-mana sorcery, draw 2 cards. Then you may exile an instant or sorcery card from your hand. If you do, search your hand and library for any number of cards with the same name. Exile them, then shuffle. Seek an instant or sorcery card for each card exiled from your hand this way. So all that secondary text essentially means is you can exile a card from your hand, It has to be an instant or sorcery. And then you can go into your library and exile all those copies as well. And then for the number of copies that you exiled from your hand, you seek different spells. So basically, in Control Mirrors, you can exile all of your Doomscars or Divine Purges or something. It basically just gets dead cards out of your deck, which is kind of gross. I mean, that's pretty good. So we'll see how this one works out too. But I think this one's going to be pretty impressive. Other than that, there's nothing too crazy or innovative with this deck. One big thing this deck's trying to do, though, is it's trying to play Teferi, who slows the sunset, to keep untapping Key to the Archive. Basically generates a ton of mana, which should be pretty good. Now, I'm a little leery of this strategy, and the reason I'm a little leery of this strategy is I'm worried that people are just going to be able to pop our keys. We ran into a lot of decks yesterday that could deal with Key to the Archive. It seems that I was not the only one who was trying to abrade Key to the Archive yesterday. Tons of abrades, tons of the white-black Rite of Oblivion to exile permanents, which could deal with Key. So Key is going to be an interesting card. I hope it's not going to be a liability for us. But I guess we can, we have 4 of them. We're able to dig to them pretty well. And, we've also got 4 Teferi. So hopefully we can kind of find them. And if our opponent does have removal, we just find a second copy or whatever. So hopefully we can make it work. Sideboard, trying to see if we have anything worth noting. Nothing too crazy here about what you would expect from blue-white sideboard. I'm not going to go into huge detail on the cards. If you want to check the deck out, it is in Cardboard Live. And if you want to check out the blue-red deck from yesterday, you can check out the video from yesterday. But here we go. Blue-white, the established Discover the Formula deck in the format. It's had some pretty good success. Let's see if we can do well with it today. But we are going to hop right into it. Ranked best of 3. That's what we want. Okay, here we go. How good is this deck? Well, we have a better record than 7 and 6, which is what we were with blue-red yesterday. Personally, I hope we can do a little better. Considering this deck is kind of established, I'm expecting some better results. And I've learned a little bit about the format too. I feel like I was playing better towards the end of the day yesterday. It helps when you when you play these control decks. It's pretty relevant that you know the format. And I was hopping right into it for the first time. So, all right, here we go. Some cards I didn't even know existed. That blue-red deck should have been playing 4 of the 3 mana, deal 5, exile to a planeswalker or creature the whole time. I think it's called Brittle Blast. Didn't even know that card existed until Red Deck Wins told me about it in chat. But once that card got put in the deck, I think it certainly was better. And I should have probably just been playing 4 the whole time. The card is super clean. All right, what do we think of this hand? This hand's like pretty awful, honestly. I mean, we got a Fateful Absence, but I know we've got land drops. I guess that's good, but this hand is not particularly impressive at all. I think I'm probably supposed to mulligan hands like this. I don't know. It looks pretty terrible. Well, this hand also looks kind of garbage, but I'm just going to bottom a Discover the Formula, I guess. I don't know. This is not looking any better than a Braid, that's for sure. Not right now. I'm not convinced this deck is actually better than the blue-red pile we were playing yesterday at all, but we'll learn as we go. Having sweepers is nice, but I do have access to sweepers in blue-red. I just didn't play Burn Down the House yesterday. Ranger Class. Okay. Oh, that's going to be a good one. I think I probably just foretell that. My opponent's not going to know what it is either, which is nice. I'm not going to want to sweep on turn 3, am I? Pretty unlikely. So I just play another Hall of the Storm. Although, does playing this untapped really even matter here? Could matter for later, I suppose. Also, my opponent might not expect the Doomscar if I go Hall, where if I played the Plains, they would be more likely to assume that I have a Doomscar. We'll see if they just level up class. No, they're playing an Old Growth. Okay. Old Growth Troll. Play this and go. Opponent's already got me under a significant amount of pressure here, which is a little awkward to say the least. Like, just imagine how good Rending Blast would be right now. I could hit this and exile it if we're in the blue-red deck. Instead, I'm probably just going to have to Fateful Absence it and give my opponent a card. But I do think I need to Fateful Absence this. This is just too much pressure. I can't afford to Doomscar, so Fateful Absence it is. At least they have to sack the land to get the creature or whatever. Scary times here for me. Ranger class is a pretty annoying card to try and beat. Okay, well, I'm going to keep the Amaria's Call in hand because I can just like cast that in a few turns potentially. Go ahead, opponent. Next turn I'll play my sweeper, and then the following turn discover the formula into cast Amaria's Call, I guess. That is one pretty cool thing this deck has. Amaria's Call is really a really nice spell land. It's kind of like a win condition while also being a land, which blue-red doesn't have access to. You can play like Shatter Skull Smashing, which kills a bunch of stuff, obviously. And you can play the blue one to draw cards, which maybe I should have been playing some of those in the blue-red deck anyway, but you get Spikefield Hazard in that deck, which is pretty nice. A lot of X1s in this format. Not particularly right here in this situation, but God, another Old Growth. At least he can't buy it back right away. Okay. Doomscar. But he will be able to pop his clue because he gets a second mana. So, kind of a yikes. Yep. And if opponent has a good threat here, we are in huge trouble. Cast your next creature spell. Jeez. That was definitely the wrong land. I guess he couldn't have sacked it anyway, so never mind. Maybe it wasn't. Alright, how do I want to do this? Is it time to discover the formula, or is it time to key? The interesting thing about key is I could hit another sweeper. I think I probably just need to discover the formula, though. Oh, I'm actually... This represents lethal, doesn't it? Let's see, he can put a counter somewhere. No, he's one short. He can 8 me. He can put me to 1. Can put me to 1. I think I gotta discover the formula. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna get another window to do this, so let's try and do it now. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have the 4-mana Haste Wolf. Or Yolvenwald Oddity. Oh, that'll kill me too. Yeah, that'll definitely kill me here. Yep. Okay. Dead. Very dead. I would assume Sunset Revelries are good here, so I'm going to bring those in. Absence probably good. Valorous Stance probably good. Hermit's awful. This random Obsessive Collector seems awful. Alright, those are the cards I know that I want to cut. Now what? Now what? I might like Hullbreaker Horror as a finisher here too, to be honest. I don't think Mono Green is beating this card, so if we can get to it, I think they just lose. I'm going to trim a Liar because I brought in the Hullbreaker Horror. Unexpected Conversion seems pretty weak to me. It's like a Divination. But I'm not, the Seek part of it isn't even particularly good here, I don't think. Let's get rid of that. Considering trimming a Discover the Formula, but then I just don't feel like I have enough like card advantage. I think that's bad. I think I definitely want to keep 2. I'm not sure that I want 3, but maybe just trim a key. I don't really want to flood on these. I think I'm going to trim a key. Especially because I'm pretty sure a green deck can interact with key fairly easily. They probably play the 2/2 werewolf. What is this? God, this hand is bad. I mean, there's no way I can keep this, I don't think. Fading Hope's like, whatever. It's certainly not good. Alright, mulligan. Alright, I can keep this one at least. I don't think I'm liaring anytime soon, so that's probably going to be the bottom. I want to keep all my lands because I want to like, these could both be spells later. I think I just get rid of the liar for now. A little awkward that it's on the bottom of my deck and it's only a 1 of. So we're not going to find that liar for quite some time. But I think all my other stuff is more important here, so play the beach on 1, I suppose. Could play the Amaria's Call, but you never know. Might want it to be a spell, so I'm going to wait on that. The pup. The pup. There it is. Tenacious. Need to draw some of those Sunset Revelries. They're even going to draw me cards right now. They'll gain me life, draw me cards, make idiots. It's almost perfect. Well, that's just going to get countered, absolutely. See you later. I'll take a damage. Seagate Restoration. That one's probably less important than an Amaria's Call in this matchup. I probably want to play one of my tap lands here. It's a question of which one. I think it's going to be this one, though. Tenacious. You got it. Getting tenacious. I will take a damage. Divide by 0 is a good draw here. Quite a good draw. Let's play a plains and pass the turn. Divide by 0 can set up a teachings here probably. Which will be good. I will take 2. It's also nice that they're missing a snow source. They had to play Kazandu Valley as one of their lands. Well, they're also just missing lands entirely. Okay, I'll just keep taking 2 for now, I guess. Alright, I'm going to play one of these tapped. There's like no way that I'm going to want to divide in Fateful Absence on this turn, I don't think, so very unlikely. Okay, another Haven. At least their mana is a little awkward over there. Can't fire up Faceless Haven, which is good. What is in my opponent's hand if they're not playing a spell here? Are they seriously just being that patient? They have to have spells. There's no way they don't have a castable at 4 mana with 2 green. Playing the Haster, second combat, or second main. Odd. I don't quite understand that. But here we are. I'm going to divide this to get a teachings. Cast a teachings. Doomscar. Huh. Just gonna hide that in my hand. they have Snakeskin Veil, this is going to be bad for me, but I have to go for it. He has Veil. Yep. Not good. Divine Purge doesn't do anything. In fact, it's just very bad right here. Probably just Doomscar the board away, I guess. Play this land, I suppose. Doomscar. Bang. Alright, well, it was a pretty good sweeper, I guess, but opponent has us in some trouble now. They have the mana to fire up Haven. I guess Haven in this adjusted format is only a 3/3, so that's big for me. Okay. Almeria's Call is going to be able to defend us just fine. And again, these only being 3/3s is huge, because they're not going to be able to punch through the 4/4s. So that's pretty good, I guess. Take 3. Key to the Archive. Not good this turn, but it will be good in the future, probably. Blue. Almeria's... Why on earth would you only leave up a colorless source? I understand I have nothing, but I'd like to not show my opponent I have nothing. Alright. Call the Angels. They're here. I'm already planning to pitch this to Key to the Archive, so it seems very bad right now. My opponent, even if I do this, they can just recast all their stuff. They have 5 mana, so it's not going to be a particularly good card. Some games it looks good when you can like stall, but this is not the game where I'm going to want it, so it's just going to get pitched to Key. Firing up Haven. So are they going to fight my thing? They must have a fight spell or something. Well, it's only... They do have 3 sniffs, sure. Makes it indestructible. Oh my god, man. Have to block there. I think I'm pretty toast here. Let's see how this is. Why are you tapping like that? Please. Please, Arena. I can still... Yeah, we'll see what happens. What do I have to hit? Lightning Helix, exactly? Then I can't even cast that. Counterspell doesn't do anything. Regrowth doesn't do anything. Yeah, none of these cards do anything. Alright, well, 0-1 with blue-white. Was a very unimpressive match. Trying to wonder if I wouldn't have Fateful Absenced, could I have won that game? Maybe, because then I have Fateful. Maybe I wasn't supposed to go for the Absence when they had the 1 mana up, and should have just tried to Fateful Absence a land later. Yeah, I could have played that game a little better, I guess. Yeah, I believe that, Matt. We'll do it at some point. Yes, DeCandio. In fact, both are playable. In fact, Zan Syed literally just made a really good Abzan pile. It's playing, there's this new card called Sanguine Brushstroke, which is a 3-mana enchantment that conjures a Blood Artist into play. It just puts a Blood Artist into play, and then you also get a blood token. What about Golgari? Probably, dude. If you want to go look up the list, I believe it's literally on one of Brad Nelson's recent articles. You built a deck like that day 1? Makes sense. I'm sure there's a good Golgari deck though, dude. Absolutely. I'm sure you'll be the guy to figure it out too. Alright, well, we're going to keep this. This hand looks significantly better than every hand I looked at in the first match. So I'm just going to play this. Not going to be greedy. Shipwreck Marsh. Interesting. Probably some kind of mirror. There's some argument to keep this in my hand, so if I draw the divination, I can just get rid of this. So I'm actually not even going to foretell this. It's also a good thing to discard a key to the archive. I guess this is too, but... Oh, they're playing Esper Clerics. Alright, well that changes things significantly. Alright, that's going to get... This is going to get played, tapped, and this is going to get foretold, because I have a feeling these are actually going to be great now. Sure. What do you take, the key or the Teferi here? Probably the key. The Collector's going to be really good too, actually. Funny enough. They take my Purge. Interesting. Do I just put an Obsessive Collector into play and say, like, this is kind of an awkward card for my opponent because they have to block this. They have to respect it, otherwise I'm just drawing a card and pressuring them as well. It's a little awkward with the Doomscar though. I will say that. Let's just play key. Let's just play the key to the archive. Counterspell seems good. That's going to be castable regardless of what happens, so I think I'm going to take Counterspell for sure here. And then I'm going to... Now the question is, do I pitch the Collector? Do I want 2 Teferis? Interesting. Probably don't want 2 Teferis. Let's get rid of one of them. It's going to be awkward if he Spellbinds me again and hits my Teferi, but I guess I still have 6 mana. What does this thing do? Comes day. It can't become night. Your opponents can't cast spells with mana value greater than the number of turns they have begun. Okay. Interesting card. Bard Narsen article? Yes. Yes, it is a Bard Narsen article. Okay, so if I just go key for blue, white, play Teferi plus, I can then Doomscar. That seems pretty gas. Guess I can also just like Doomscar and leave up Counterspell and not play Teferi this turn. Can I do that anyway? This also untaps a land, right? So I can actually still leave it up because Doomscar is 3 mana. Yeah. Okay, great. Play this. Still got Counterspell up here, which is going to be gross. Probably going to be doing the... Alright, that resolves. Going to be doing the Anticipate thing. Opponent just concedes the game. Nice, okay. Well, I mean, they're a pseudo-aggro deck, so I'm probably going to bring it... Okay, that's just god-awful testing. Nice. We'll count that as a win, but that one gets the old asterisks. Classic. Opponent just rage concedes game 1 and says, screw it, I'm not playing you anymore. To be fair, that is one of the better ways to ladder grind, I guess. If you know you're going to lose, just concede and move on to the next one, but... Opponent didn't just fall over to the anemic beats. I'm out of here. Yeah, no, you're right, Matt. Yeah, I mean, it looks good to me. We're keeping it. Looks like a mirror match from that start. Could be other things, but I think we might be playing a mirror. Yep. Definitely looks like a mirror now. Okay. Do I foretell this? This card's going to be pretty bad. But this card's worse, so I guess I'm going to foretell this. This can deal with liars and things in the future if my opponent plays one before me. Professor of Symbology. Okay, never mind. I don't know what's happening. Alright. What I do know is I need to leave up divide by 0 here to get an environmental sciences. That's what I know. I'll take some damage. Just do nothing. Okay, that's pretty frustrating. The awkward thing is here, I kind of need to divide. I really need to get my environmental sciences. It's just such a bad play, though. Whatever, we'll just go to my turn. Alright, that's a very good draw. You just had to hope to rip a land there, because the divide's kind of horrendous in that position. So opponent must be leaving up divide themselves or something, or maybe a Dwari disruption. I guess a Dwari could make sense. But then I get to resolve a key at least. I'm feeling like I'm going to get Dwari'd here. Or tested. Main deck test would be disgusting. Dwari, yeah. That's kind of what I thought. Well, at least they tapped out. Key to the archive. I'm going to get rid of this Divine Purge nonsense. Approach of the Second Sun is a way to win the game. Doomblade could be good. Krosan Grip's interesting too if they're also playing Key. Hard to know if that's what they're doing. Doomblade could be good too. I guess Doomblade's a cheap, efficient answer, so maybe that's what I take. I do have a 2-1 I have to deal with already, and I'm sure they're playing more creatures. This deals with Liar if they like slam a Liar, although I do have Doomscar. Krosan Grip probably covers more of my bases here. That Abzan deck looks like a pile. Maybe it is a pile, dude. I'm going to take Krosan Grip because it gives me more coverage. I've got Doomscar, so I can deal with creatures. Yep, nice. Getting rewarded immediately for this Krosan Grip. Look like a genius. Can't be countered either, which is nice. Teferi, huh? I think I'd try and resolve this Teferi. Get that going. Could also just play another key. I guess getting a bunch more mana isn't the worst thing in the world. It's going to make the Discover so busted. This is going to be so cheap. Putting this into play does let my opponent pressure it. It's going to lose some loyalty. But I guess this also mana ramps me, huh? While gaining me some life. Okay, I'm into it. Teferi. Krosan Grip. Go. Krosan Grip. We'll see if they got one too. No. Okay. Don't hate maybe just playing another key. Just getting a bunch of mana doesn't seem the worst. Yeah, I'm gonna play another key. Just keep keying it up. Bunch of keys. Okay. I will also be discovering the formula here. Let's get a demonic tutor, I think. Seems great. Discard a card. Don't think I'm going to need this second to fairy very much. Let's get rid of that. It's plus. I'll also discover the formula. I could play this as a land. But I'd maybe rather have it as a spell. I don't think I would rather have it as a spell. I don't know, it's a card they do have to beat, but I think I just want to hit my lands. Sure. Well, the good news is I have a lot more mana than my opponent does, which is typically good in these grindy control matchups. Have effectively 13 mana. And they're moving to clean up, which is nice. That's a very good draw. Kind of like a demonic tutor here. See if they respond to this. Okay. Getting another discover seems really good, so I'm going to take that. Let's play this obsessive collector, I think. Seems good as well. Card they kind of have to respect. One target artifact, this one, this one, this one. Let's pass it over. They're discovering the formula. Well, I will also discover the formula. Okay, so I can divide theirs by 0 now, which is definitely what I'm going to do. Get... Probably a Teachings. More card potential seems good. Exhibition isn't terrible either, just a threat, but it's so much mana is the issue. I think I like Teachings. If they're smart, they just resolve their discover immediately. Yep. Yep. Seems good. Sure. Key to the archive. Yep. Well, the good thing is I can Lyre and Crows and grip that. Now I would like to find... So technically they could still easily have a 1 mana divide by 0. They've resolved 2 discovers, so that's something I need to be careful about. I guess even if they divide this, I just replay it, so who cares? Yeah, let's do this. Lyre. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Grip this. opponent controls. So I can still untap my own guy here after attacking. Can I manipulate this to get cards I want at all? I guess let's do this, and let's get rid of Divine Purges. No thanks. Okay. Do I want to shock this in? I might want to have 6 mana here, so... I don't think I do, actually. Oops. Cancel that. Gotta go to attack. Attackers. Bang. So I can go get a 6 cost, but I don't have any more. That's a little unfortunate. Go. This is wild. Completely wild. But I've got 2 divide by zeros up, so that's pretty good. Approach. I'm just going to let that resolve. We'll just divide the other one later. Divide the other copy of this. I'm not fighting over the first one, I don't think. It's a 7 mana gain 7. Seems fine. Doomscar. See, now that one is not happening. So I think I'll divide that by 0, please. Oh, I guess I just start discovering the formula. That seems like a good start. Probably. It's hard to even keep track of what's in my hand and what isn't in my hand. This is insane. Also just like blow this up with Fateful Absence, fire this up, hit for 16. That's pretty good as well, huh? I'm actually gonna do that, I think. Let's try and close this. Close the door. Especially knowing they have that Doomscar. Oh, that's pretty funny. I'm just going to pay 3 because I might want it untapped. I really don't know. But I'm trying to make my decisions a little quicker here. Up to 1 artifact. This one. Up to 1 creature. This one. It's kind of cool I can untap an additional land because of this. Okay. Don't want to play any of these cards. Not really. Do I want a Demonic Tutor? Not really. Okay. So their Doomscar is 4 mana, which I can divide by 0. To fairy. You just have to let that happen. It's fine. to the archive. So now I just Fateful Absence the Teferi. They should have done this in the opposite order, I think. Don't know for sure, but I do know I'm going to Fateful Absence this Teferi. Have another clue. Does not seem like they sequenced this right. Because now they're not going to get to untap their key. Really don't care what they get with their key. They also didn't get to gain any life off Teferi, so the Hall's just still lethal now. I think our opponent's pretty dead. I would be surprised if they can get out of this with me still having Divide. Sure. Discarding Discover the Formula in this kind of matchup seems vomit-inducing. Alright, well, I'm happy I went with the Hall play. There's just too much going on there. Just screw it, attack. Alright, Hullbreaker seems busted. Third Discover, Test, Malevolent Hermits, Strokes. Fateful Absence is fine. Alright. Garbage. This card has been so unimpressive so far. I don't know what, I guess this is good against like the hyper aggro decks. I haven't seen a hyper aggro deck in this format yet though, which is kind of interesting. Let's cut those. The Unsummon, do I like the Unsummon? It's okay. Can save Liar from sweepers, which is nice. Cut this. Alright, and then two other cards. I don't know. Everything at this point seems quite good. I guess it's probably just the Unsummon. Although Unsummon's a really good stall tactic for their Hullbreaker horrors, which I kind of like. If somebody tries to just flash it in for 7 mana, I can bounce it for 1. Just a huge tempo swing. I could see trimming like one of this and maybe one of this. Just go to 3 of each. They line up pretty badly with Hermits. They line up badly with counters in general because they're 4 mana sorcery speed plays. So I think I'm going to try that. See how this goes. I could be sold that the Fading Hope sucks, but yeah, I'm going to keep this. Hope to draw lands, but Hermit on 2 seems nice. One reason I like the Unsummon is for this card too. When you need it in a pinch, you have it. Yeah, I'm going to play this. Can you counter it with a Dwari? Even if they can, I'm getting rid of a land drop and then just replaying this. So, yep, sounds good. Let's make them deal with it twice. Unexpected conversion. You got it. Buy this back. Now they can't counter any of my stuff, so that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Teferi. Okay. Well, I can Fateful Absence that. So, not a huge deal. And then leave up Stroke. Ooh. Some part of me wants to try getting this into play, but that just gets beaten way too badly by a sweeper, so deal with that. And to you. Go. That's annoying, but at least that doesn't counter this, so you got it. Combat. Attack. Could have Stroke or Divide here. It's unless I pay 3, right? So I technically can still leave up Stroke and pay for the tax on this, so I guess that's what I'm going to do. Pop a clue. Makes sense. Okay. These professors are pretty annoying, I must say. Pretty annoying. God, do I have to Fateful Absence this card? It's so bad. It's just so bad. Yeah, there's no way. Not yet, at least. Just like play this and demand that my opponent has Disdainful Stroke. If they do have Stroke, though, I could just like immediately lose the game, which is pretty awkward. They could have Divide too. Divide's also really bad. I feel like I need to do something here, though. Yeah, just keep sitting here. Oh, what am I talking? They can't Stroke me. I have this in place, so it has to be a Divide. Which is still, like, very plausible here. And then they still have this up, which is annoying. I think I just have to, like, make them have it here, though. Things aren't getting better for me. I could play the key also, I guess. But then he just counters with this. Seems worse. Yeah, let's do this. Make him have the Divide. Sure. I think I'm going to go for the Stroke here, just to make my opponent use their Hermit. What? Okay. Sounds good to me. Play this again. Oh, can't use Hermit because of the Geist. Right. I forgot about that. I forgot that it also just stops counters from the creatures, too. You're right. Well, it's definitely time to slam this again. The cool thing is, if I get to hit with this, then I just get... Excuse me, I just get a... First of all, I'm going to get a 3-2 from the Reduce. They have to pay 5 mana for it as well, which is really nice. Okay, so they're doing it there instead. Sure. I'm just going to go get a 6 cost with this, which is going to be super good. So I can respond and just cast this card, and then they draw nothing. So I think I'm going to do that. And I suppose I get rid of this. Yeah, let's hit that. Now that we have equal number of cards, they don't draw anything. 3 mana, do nothing. Nice. So I get a 5-drop with this, which means I'm going to get Liar, I think. I don't think I have any other 5s, so... If I do this first, then I would hit a Discover. How do I like Liar here? Liar on this board seems pretty good. Could also try... Yeah, this is very interesting. It's equal... Oh, you're right, so it'll get a 4. Which, honestly, a 4 here is not that bad. We'll get another 4-drop. Sure. Yeah, Collector's really interesting. Okay, a Deluge is pretty good. Mana here is pretty awkward. I think I want to go Key and Hermit here, probably. Time Warp, huh? That could be pretty messed up. Let's take that, I guess. Regrowth may have been better, but... Alright, I think I get rid of the Deluge. You can flash it back anyway. Play another Hermit, go. Discover. Well, I think they're dead to Time Warp now. Let's go, dude. That's so funny. Oh my god. Hit you, Time Warp, kill you. Oh, what a stupid, stupid card, man. I could even play Teferi first. I just don't need to, though, so why would I? Time Warp, win the game. Target me. Yay! Alright, well, he won a pseudo mirror. They were playing green for some reason. I almost wonder if they're just playing green for the cards off the archive. Because there are a lot of green cards on the archive. There's Growth Spiral, Croson Grip, Regrowth. So maybe they just want more colors for the archive. I could buy that. Either way. Alright. Initially, I thought the 4-mana 4/3, the Obsessive Collector, was not very good, but after that game, I'm kind of a believer. It was really nice. Just drew a bunch of cards and pressured and played defense when it needed to there. The Ward 2 is really awesome. Pretty happy with it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking they're doing, Matt. Midweek Magic Alchemy? What is Midweek Magic Alchemy? I'm almost certainly not doing that, but what is it? Is it relevant at all is the real question. Yeah, this hand is fine. I'm excited to see if this card has any text. Free entry for a couple. Okay, we're not worried about that. I'd rather play on the ladder, to be honest. Alright, I'm just going to play this. Seems like this card's dead again, but the good news is we have conversion. Hopefully they don't counter my conversion. It's a little awkward. I'm going to have to discard as well, but here we are. At least I drew the other one, so if they divide this or whatever, or counter it, yeah. Sure. Annoying, but the problem is, okay, well that was pretty fortunate. Do I go for this again? I mean, they have to have another disruption, right? For this to be bad. I think I do go for it. If they have another disruption, they have it. Alright, nice. Get rid of this garbage. Get these out of my deck. And then seek a better card. Okay, I don't plan on resolving this game, so I think I'm going to play that tapped. I do think the disruption has some potential to be good. Well, I feel like if they had a Dwari, they would have countered this, so I'm almost into just playing a liar here. I guess, especially because they have two of them. So even if they like Fateful Absence it, that's not even that bad for me. I guess the problem is if they have a sweeper though. So maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I just like play this tapped, say go. Let's play it tapped and say go. I'd like to have an unsummon so I can protect at least. I guess I need to be able to counter Divide by 0, so maybe I just leave up Dwari here, actually. Yeah, let's just leave up Dwari. Your turn. At least for this turn. Wow. Okay. Counter that. Really surprised they didn't just wait a turn, but maybe they have multiple. Yeah, they might just have multiple here. I think I want to play to Fairy and minus. Seems good to me. Fairy. Another Discover? Yikes, dude. Dang it. Alright, well, Deluge is definitely the take. I've got plenty of white. Let's just keep doing this. Go. Key to the archive. Yep. Seems pretty good. Yep. Yep. My opponent knew how to sequence this time. But the good news is they're plussing their Teferi and not minusing. And I think in this matchup, minusing Teferi in a lot of spots is better. So I'll respond to the plus here in Fateful. I'm just going to Deluge here. Deluge. Divide by 0. Sure. Just make sure I resolve this. It's a little awkward putting that many cards in my hand with the teachings right there, though. But they can't counter it, which is nice. So maybe I do just want this to resolve. Also a little awkward. I can't leave up Fateful if they. The problem is if they have a liar, I'm in big trouble anyway. All right, I'm gonna wait. Draw 2 off teachings. Seems fine. Yep, they had a liar. I was worried about that. Very worried about that. So I think just go for the unsummon here. And let's see what they do. They'll probably discover the formula. And then I guess I Deluge. Divide by 0 and Key both seem very good. I have to catch up to my opponent on mana, which is going to be very difficult. But looks like they have a Fateful Absence here, probably. The only way I'm going to win is if I accelerate on mana, so let's try doing that, I guess. Time Warp and Regrowth both seem excellent. I think... Man, Time Warp and Liar is so busted, but so's Regrowth and Liar, to be fair. Just completely absurd. I think Regrowth's more mana efficient, so let's do that. Discard a card. Do I want 2 keys? The answer may be yes. I might just want to play another key here and just have a lot of mana. But I guess here I want to leave up Divide, potentially. Do I get rid of one of my Liars? Maybe I get rid of one of the Liars because I have 2. Let's leave up Divide. I think leaving up Divide is correct. Dividing the Liar. Sciences to get a land is interesting. Teachings is interesting as well, obviously. I think I like the just guaranteed get a land. Another key. Okay. Sure. Okay. Now that I drew this land, I can probably pitch this to key. But either way, let's play another key. Now I really want Time Warp. Alright, well, we hit it. Lucky me. Discard a card. This one. Do I just go for the Time Warp here? Probably do. I still have 2 mana up. If they have Divide, that'll suck, but... pretty into just taking another turn. Yeah, let's go for it. Target me. Don't want to do Liar here because they can just deal with it or whatever, so... they could play a Fateful Absence. This forces them to have Divide. Oh my god, it's Counterspell. Jeez, dude. Okay. This is very bad. My opponent just has so much mana. If they play this well, I don't think I can win. But who knows. At least things can't get countered now, I guess. Has found the keys to the matchup. They have indeed. I guess now that nothing can get countered, they could be in trouble. How many divides do they have? Just 1. So I guess I just go for... I don't know. This will be interesting. So they're probably discovering the formula. At which point I probably Fateful Absence their Liar. And see what they do. Alright, well, I'm going to go for this. Fateful. Make them make all their decisions now and then see if I can just kill them with like 3 turns in a row. Because I get to go Regrowth the Time Warp, Liar, Flashback, Regrowth to Time Warp, and then I can Flashback Time Warp with Liar again. So I get to take 3 turns in a row with a ton of mana. Dividing by 0. Their key. What? Interesting. So they have 4 unknowns. I need to dodge, like, multiple fateful absences. I ever get my opponent to tap out? That's the real question. I could just, like, flash this back. So interesting. I guess let's play a liar and see what they do, because I could always regrowth the other liar as well. Another divide by 0. Sure. I think I'm just going to let that happen. And I think I'm just gonna leave up flashing this back and divide. Sure. You got it. Go ahead. I really want them to play the exhibition because it's just such a mana investment fielding me. Okay, float a blue. Now I get to flashback Deluge. Guess I don't have to do that. Could flashback the Deluge, but I don't think it's worth it. I want to leave up divide if I need it. Sure. The nice thing is my opponent's teachings is just doing nothing other than being a card to pitch to key. If they're smart, they just play another key. Yeah. Seems good. It's trying to set up a wild sequence with time warps and liars right now. Please just tap out for your exhibition like a maniac. Just tap out for it. I don't have anything, clearly. They literally know I have liar in hand, so... There's like no way they're tapping out if they can't deal with it. Alright, flash this back. Sure. Interesting. What a weird game, man. What a weird, weird game this is. How many Fatefuls have they seen? 1? Really don't know how to play. This game is, like, absurd. I guess I do have a divide in there. Alright. Let's play this. Divide my own liar, probably, here. will plus here because I want to have untapped mana. Although it really doesn't matter. So maybe I was supposed to minus. But I also... Did they get rid of their teachings? I guess they pitched their teachings. Do I just want a teachings here? Probably. Just draw 2. I think they got rid of theirs, right? Yeah, they got rid of theirs. So I guess I'll cast teachings. Draw 2. Yep. Sure thing. Okay. I think again I just want this as a land. Probably I should have paid 3 so I could pop a clue. That was foolish, but whatever. Here we are. There's no reason to not play it untapped there. Yeah, this is still game 1. Looks like I have a butterfly under. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, you're right. It does. No, doing this all day would be pretty wild for sure. I mean, dude, there has to be good aggro decks in this format. There's no way there aren't. You could definitely play an aggro deck, I'm sure. Oh my god, they also have regrowth? Yuck. Okay. I guess I go for Discover, and they'll counter it. Is that actually even the right card to go for? They actually play Liar and just let them have it? This is weird, man. Such a weird frickin' game, dude. They want to play... Man, oh man, this is tough. I'm gonna play this. Whatever. I don't have time to think about this all day. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna let him counter it, and then I'm gonna try resolving the card that's more important, which is Discover the Formula. Sure. I think I'm also gonna regrowth first and get the Liar back. Okay. Now I'll discover the formula. It makes everything cheaper. And I want to make Liar cheaper. Nice, okay. It's kind of exactly what I was hoping for. Alright, your turn. And again, we're just trying to set up just a million turns in a row. Now I can Doomscar the board away, which is nice. A card that... Alright, they should have probably fired up their 7/7 here. I don't know what they're really doing with this, but... I'm going to take all my damage. I need to save this for the manland. Again, I'm just shocked they didn't... Ah, I see. Yeah, resolves, I guess. It's pretty disastrous, but at least they can't counter anything. Well, they have a bunch of divides, but... Let's go for the Fateful. See what they do. I don't know if there... yeah, there is, right? That 1 mana one. We've seen multiple, like, kind of Thoughtseize effects. Yeah, Liar is indeed strong. This is one of the big decks, Dustin, is this blue-white deck. Yesterday I was playing blue-red, which also felt pretty good, but... Okay, so they're discovering the formula. It's fine. Okay, and their Liar's gone. Alright, well... Can I win the game? Let's play this. Let's cast a Discover, I think, to make everything cheaper again, and then we'll figure it out from there. System. Oh, come on. Well, we'll be in this match through maintenance, probably. This is going to take a very long time. Dividing my Discover. Did I divide their divide? Probably not. I think just let that happen. they didn't even loot there. It's 5 mana up. I don't like only having 5 mana up. I think I'm just going to discover into Doomscar. How many divides have they seen? That's almost every copy, right? 1, 2, 3. They've seen 3, so they have 1 more left. If this is it here, then I just... Oh, it's a main deck stroke, huh? They just divide the stroke. Oh, but they just get to replay it. Never mind. Because it was 1 mana. Okay. Doomscar. Sure. Wild game, man. Wild game. Oh, that's really bad. That's really bad. Yeah, the fact that the opponent has main deck Disdainful Stroke is really annoying. Definitely put them in a good position in this match. It's just a massive card to have access to. Well, going back to that one turn where I didn't bolt myself to pop a clue, I'd be up a card, but I'd be down 3 life. So maybe that ended up being good, because that does technically give me an extra turn. So who knows? Maybe we'll be all right here. They only have 1 more copy of Divide in their deck. Really? Only 2 mana open, huh? I think our opponent just lost, but we'll see. So now I get to regrowth the Time Warp. We're just going to take a bunch of extra turns. Me. Me. I have Divides in my graveyard, so I can just... Oh, that's 1 less mana? Dude, are you kidding me? I guess I do have the Fading Hope too, huh? Okay, divide by 0. Unsummon it. Oh, this will give me some bodies, I guess. That's kind of funny. Let's play the Liar. Let's cast this Time Warp. Cast this Discover the Formula, I suppose. I don't even know, man. This is pretty insane. I guess I could try and get pressure as well, but I think think Discover the Formula is a smarter play here. So let's just... I guess if I do the 5-mana one, then I can still do the Sunset Revelry. Okay. Do I want a land here? I guess I might need it as a spell, huh? I don't know though, having a million mana seems good. Let's just put it in. Okay. 19 cards left. I feel like we're gonna deck. This is insane, man. Like, I don't even really know what to do with my cards. It's, like, so stupid. I guess the plan is, like, divide our keys and try and hit... Yeah, I think that's the plan. I think we have to divide our keys. And try and hit another Time Warp. Can divide by 0 another key. Alright. Key. None of these really do anything. I guess I take D-Spark. Discard a card. Malevolent Hermit, I guess. I'm stupid. I was supposed to discover the formula before starting to play my keys, but whatever. Here we are. Well, that's awkward. Can claim both their 4/4s. That won't kill them, though. Guess I just leave up the divides. Yeah, I don't even know. This is all taking so long to make decisions now, too. Kind of needed that to not... I needed it another Time Warp on these keys. Yeah, it's pretty stupid, for sure. It's just like too many, like, this is not a game I can play online very well. I would need to play this in paper. I mean, the match would end in one game. There's no way you would play more than one game with this kind of game going on. So I figured they would probably Doomscar. So I guess I divide my Lyre back to my hand. I can do that twice. Thought I had another divide in here. Do I not have another divide? Maybe I don't. Yikes. Thought for sure I had another divide in here. Whatever. It's fine. Take a clue, I guess. At least they killed their own board. Funny thing is, I still think I can win this game, which is wild. I don't know that I'm going to win the match, but I can certainly still win this game. Well, let's play another key. See if we can hit a regrowth or something. Time Warp, right on time. It's fine. It'll be okay. Cast Time Warp. Target me. Okay, Teferi is effectively free here, so let's play Teferi. Untap all this. Play this. Play this. Minus here, I certainly don't need the mana anymore. Take another key. Play this. This is such a... Dude, this deck is stupid. Like, I don't know that we're going to win this. Ooh, a Demonic Tutor. Well, that could be good. What do I want to D-Tutor for? Let's just do it now. Probably another Divide by 0. Could get a Haul as well. I think I like Divide. Then I can Divide key back to my hand. Try to get another Time Warp. I can blow that up with Field. Basically out of resource. Yeah, I know, but so are they. I'm just gonna decline. I'm not even interested. I have enough mana. Do I divide the key now? Probably. Don't want that. Well, here we go. Probably have another sweeper, which is awkward. They never got rid of sweepers, so... Well, I can replay the Geist at least. That's pretty good. Do I even play this? I may as well. If they have a sweeper, they have a sweeper. I don't care. Go. Well, we're probably going to lose the timeout here, but I think it's pretty gas that I'm going to win this game This game was insane. Winning this game makes me feel pretty great. Obviously, we haven't won it yet, but I think we are going to win it. Fire it up. 7, yeah. Go. Oh, that did kill all my clues. Yeah, I didn't realize that, Matt. It's good to know. I still don't think the card's good in the matchup at all, but it is good to know that it does that. I certainly didn't have time to think about popping clues. I don't even want to draw cards anyway. I'm down to 12 cards. I've been, like, denying loots and things. Sure. What'd you hit? Something sick? Regrowth the Liar. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose. Unbelievable, dude. Their keys were a lot better than mine. think I'm gonna lose at least. Well, that's a pretty good draw, huh? Cast this. Can they beat it? I have no idea. I have a lot of mana though, so we'll see. Problem is now they can't like interact with my haul. Sure. What a stupid game, man. Just gonna keep doing it. Make him use all his divides on this Doomscar, and then we'll Doomscar again. And he still has to do it, because I still have Haul to fire up and kill him, so... The classic Doomscar you 4 times in 1 turn. There's 20 mana. So stupid. Oh, I forgot I could tap the blocker, yeah. Okay. Sure thing. They're just making me respond to things at this point. Sure. Kill you. Alright, well, we won the game. Let's go. Let's go, man. I don't even care that I'm going to time out. I won the game. That's a win in paper is all I'm saying, even though none of these cards are legal in paper. But, alright, well, these are coming in. We'll try and win. I don't think we're going to be able to win this in time at all, but if I play really, really quick, maybe, I guess. If I just think about literal nothing. No thinking aloud. Probably just the unsummon, I guess. Although last time I left in that brought this in, want the unsummon. I think I trimmed on one of each of these last time, which may have been a mistake. Key to the Archive and Liar is not okay. I'm understanding the appeal now all of a sudden. Whatever, I still don't want. The Fading Hope is kind of garbage. And 1 Teferi, I guess. Don't know. Could be 1 expected conversion, too. Unexpected. Excuse me. I'm going to go down to Teferi, but I don't know if I like that. I really like just like Teferi minus, and then they have to blow Absence. That's like an embarrassing sequence when that occurs. Assuming Teferi resolves, though, is the problem. Alright, let's go down one of those. Alright, Key to the Archive. Confirmed ridiculous. Yeah, that's the problem. The Key to the Archive cards with Liar are just ridiculous. I'm going to keep. I don't really care what's in my hand. We just got to move. Probably shouldn't have paid 3 there. Go. Whatever, I'm just going to start playing my stuff. My opponent gets me, they get me. I don't have time to play around anything now. Okay. Like a limb. just take this, play this, go. Sure, it's been divided by 0. Division by 0 has been done. Sure. Divide the key by 0, please. That's fine. Divide the key by 0. Let's just get pressure, I guess. I don't know. I don't think that's actually correct, but here we are. Sure. Oh, I'm just going to resolve an exhibition now and just hope it's good enough. I guess, okay, that doesn't stop me. Play this, go. If they can deal with this, I probably concede the game, but we'll see what happens. Sure. Sure. That's a pretty good one. Do I test that? No, I don't think so. You got it. You just want to leave up the horror here. Now I'll probably just absence, draw a card off clue. Opponent's under tons of pressure, so I don't need to be too concerned. Draw. Combat. Sure. Go. Sure. Sure. Discovering the formula for victory indeed, Matt. Discovering the formula for victory indeed. Interesting. Cast to fairy. Bounce a key. Time to cut my opponent's mana. Just going to target the key with the trigger as well, so they can't do anything about this. Just don't want my opponent having mana. Okay. That won't resolve, but I don't care. Go. Sure. Absolutely not. Bounce this. Sure. Well, they're dead to me firing up the hall if they don't play defense with their hall, so that's good news. Sure. Okay. Looks like they're a lot more counterspell heavy than most. Time warp? God, dude, are you kidding me? His archives have been so much better than mine. It's so frustrating. Those 2 D-sparks I hit in the last game. So stupid, dude. Ridiculous. Alright, they time warp again. I don't think we're going to be able to win this game. Do I just concede? Let's let him just do his stuff. He'll waste a lot more time than me. I don't have anything here to do, so... Just spam the resolve button. Why do I have prio anyway? It's so stupid. I shouldn't have prio. I can't do anything. Why is it giving me prio? That's so stupid, man. Like, you're right, I can, I guess. Opponent can't possibly lose from here, so I probably should just concede, but I'll let him waste time at least. I guess I should have bounced the Hermit, the one, but then they would have. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was a little early on my divide by 0. I was just trying to play quick because we're low on clock. It's exactly what I need my opponent to do, is think. Think about their plays. Sure. Sure. Just gonna play it again and then Stupid Arena's auto tapper. Go. Dead. You got it. Alright, let's melt more of their clock, I guess. Only way I'm winning is just melting clocks, so... Oh, they hit another time warp. Nice. Or a regrowth. Pretty stupid. Key is insane for them yet again. Could be Demonic Tutor as well, I guess. But they just snapped it off, so there's no way it's not a busted card. Sure. It's pretty good. Yep, of course. Just another perfect card off the archive. Just never miss. Never miss off the archive, huh? Sure. Well, they got me. Alright. Don't think there's anything I would do different. Can I win in this small amount of a time? Probably not, but we're going to find out. Keep whatever. It's got Hullbreaker in it. If there ever were a way to win, I guess that would be the one. Definitely not right to play Key here, so I'm just not going to do it. I shouldn't have done that. I have Prio now. God dang it. Yeah, I thought about it, Matt. I did think about it. I just didn't do it. Sure. Fine, fine, fine. Can't cast that yet. I'm just going to try doing this. Gonna be a Greed Lord. Should have probably played the land first so I couldn't get disrupted. But I don't have enough time to think about any decisions, unfortunately. What? Oh, they... Okay. This. Classic no blue open. Thanks, Arena's auto tapper. Well done. God, dude. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to lose the clock. I don't think I can possibly outdo them here. They're up by almost 2 minutes. I'm just going to continue to do this. Like, whatever. If you keep drawing counters, I guess you got me. Unbelievable, dude. Can I maybe catch up to him on clock? That's the only question at this point. Would be pretty nuts. Just barely getting clocked. Ugh. Yeah, I think they did divide their own horror, Matt. Get that stupid treasure vault out of the deck. Yeah, you're not wrong. I don't understand why it's even in the deck, to be honest. I don't know what it does. Produces a lot of mana, I guess, in some situations, but it has been pretty god-awful. I am probably in to cut it, honestly. It just seems so unlikely that it's going to be relevant. Well, we're 2-2, but that was another match that was kind of garbage. Like, in paper, that's just a 1-0 win. But here we are. Update is available, huh? Alright, well, let's do our deck edit real quick. Oh, are there any other duels? There are plenty of other duels, right? I guess this is not historic, which is what I was thinking. So maybe it's just another basic. Or just another basic. Let's play the island. Just another field. Yeah, I could buy another field, I guess. The problem is that gives me prio too, Matt. If we're worried about priority. Oh, God. Okay. And Arena won't try to leave it open. That's fair. That is fair. Oh, wait. We have to do the update thing, don't we? So, let's do that, I suppose. What up, Jacob? How's it going, man? Yeah, that's true. Very true. All right, well, let's hop back in it. That is fair, yeah. The auto tapper also could just be better, I guess. Stream's starting to lag. Fair enough. I did hear the cats just messing around down. Must be that update. Oh, it could be the update. You're right. The update usually messes it up. Tyler, thanks for liking the stream, dude. Just gonna play this here in Fateful. Do I want to divide? Maybe I want to have divide up. Let's leave divide up, sure. Is it still a problem, Matt? Because if it is, we can, I guess, restart the stream if need be. Can't tell, really. Fair. Just gonna play this tapped. Pass. Divide their play again. Next turn can play Teferi and plus and leave up the absence. Teachings, I guess. Have to bolt myself to do it, but I think that's okay. Plus. 0, it's one creature, 0, land this one. Go. Not lagging at the moment. Gotcha. Well, that's good. Yeah, those updates always seem to mess it up. It's not the first time. Cosmos Elixir. Well, the good news is Teferi does what that would do, right? Teferi gains the 2 life over and over again, so that's pretty sick. Just kill this. Get this out of here, please. They probably thought I had Disdainful Stroke. It's pretty funny. Could dig with this Teferi. I don't really need to leave mana up anymore. Let's do this for sure, and then I think I'm digging. Could plus. What does the ultimate do? Emblem, untap all permanents you control. Ah, well, that ultimate's pretty good. Do I try playing to that? Maybe I do. I guess if I plus, I can teachings here. So let's plus. Tap this, I guess. 0. could Divine Purge as well. That'll deal with the clue and the Orb of Dragonkind, but I think it's better to just... This is actually a draw 3 here, too, which is unreal. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Teferi is just a Cosmos Elixir. Yes, it is. Yeah, no, this is probably just better than... I wonder if this deck should be red, though. I wonder if we should be Jeskai. Because then we get access to a Braid, Prismari Command. I want to be able to blow up other people's archives. Yeah, Alt draws an extra card and untaps your lands as well. Oh, it untaps all permanents you control during their untap step. Man, this Divine Purge is about to look pretty good, not gonna lie. I'm just gonna take the damage. We got it to Teferi nerfing it anyway, so who cares? Conversion any good? Not really. Okay, let's purge you. Give you a purging. Goodbye to those. Guess I could just conversion here. Conversion here is fine. I have disruptions, so. Decline, I guess. Go. Sure. Nope. Alright, sick. Oh man, that was nice. Alright, D-Stroke seems good. Valor's Stance, Fateful. Sunset Revelry could be good. It's a little awkward. It's a little awkward. I like the horror. Probably gonna be a problem for them. I guess this is just what we want to do. Purge typically isn't going to be very good against them, I don't think, so I don't think I like that here. It doesn't deal with any of the big dragons. I think this card is kind of nonsense. It blocks, but I guess Hermit is awful. Let's get rid of Hermit. Sunset Revelry, like I said, also seems bad. Maybe that's just the board then. I could cut this for another Discover, but at least this does block, and it's better on the curve. Ugh. The real question is, do I think the Collector is reasonable? It's okay at best. Okay at best. Probably just keep it. I don't really want a third Discover. It's getting too high on the curve, I think. I already brought in a Horror. I'm not sure if cutting Purges is right, because it does deal with the Orb of Dragonkind and the Whelp, I guess. But, I mean, dealing with the Whelp, 3-mana sorcery seems horrible, so... Maybe it's good, though. I don't know. I guess it blows up all their clues, too. So maybe I wasn't supposed to cut that. Maybe I should have left one of those in and cut the Obsessive Stitcher for that. I think I'm going to keep this. I'm not in love with it, but it does have a Fateful Absence on turn 2. It's got a Doomscar. Got a lot of good stuff at 3 mana. As long as I draw lands, this hand's going to be good, so we'll do it. I will say, I guess, yeah, I should have left the 3 mana thing in. It deals with Chandra, too. Whatever, hopefully we won't get super punished. Oh, okay, they're on this build. That's an awkward draw. I mean, I just Do I have to kill this, or do I just foretell this? Do I just let him make all his dragons cheap so he can put them all into play to get Doomscarred? It's one way to play. Seems a little loose. I think we just blow this up. Goodbye. God, I hate this card so much. Oh. Decline. Leave up divide by 0, I think so. Could conversion, but that doesn't seem great here. Could have also just foretold that, I guess, but I'll take 4. Okay, I'm going to divide their dragon just to get it off the table, see what they do about this. They'll probably counter it. Nope, okay. Environmental sciences, please. Decline. Never mind. Yeah, I think I needed to divide this, Matt, but... the awkward thing is I have to shock to get the key into play if I want to do the key here, which is kind of what I want to do, but I feel like they have a divide. I think this is definitely best versus divide. Yeah, maybe the field play was better, Matt. I'm really not sure. The problem is that 4-4 is just a huge problem, you know? Sure. That would have been good a minute ago. I think it probably just good to go to the next game. It's so unlikely I'm going to be able to get out of this, but I guess we'll try for a minute. Just have to Doomscar. I guess I just cast the Doomscar, and then they can... I don't even want to... Do I even want to show them that I play this? I mean, they probably already know. Let's learn if they have Negate or Stroke. They probably have one or the other. They might even have Test. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, good enough. Let's concede. No reason to show them my deck. It's kind of what I expected. Okay. Test, huh? Alright, well, we're on the play this time, so the stupid Whelp can't get under our kill spell to make everything cheaper. It's a big difference. This deck doesn't have a 1-mana removal spell for Whelp, like the red deck did. I wonder if the mana is good enough to make Jeskai work. Because again, being a third color makes us better on the archive too. All the red cards like Lightning Helix and Electrolyze get way better. Oh, this hand is very good. Keep. Okay. They're on a mulligan. That's nice. Yep. I need to draw some lands, like now. I guess that kind of counts. If nothing else, I can field them. So they're playing Jeskai Dragons? Interesting. Very interesting. I'm just going to divide that so I can go get an Environmental Sciences to get a land. Oh, they're missing lands? Ooh. Needs to be a blue source here. Next turn, I need to be able to hold up the unsummon, so I'm just going to play this. And if they try the dragon again, then I'll Fateful. I guess I should have... If I would have tapped differently there, this wouldn't have been an issue. So I guess I needed to tap. I needed to tap the Hall, kill this. I think I'll be fine, but that was a slight error. Key to the Archive. Counter Spell seems very good. Take that. Discard. Probably the land. Could be the... I like having the Fading Hope, I think. Could just be one of the bombs, I guess, as well. This gets really punished by, like, an Abrade, is my concern if I pitch this land. I think Hullbreaker Horror is more unbeatable. Yeah, I'm just going to pitch the Liar. I know that's, like, a really weird play, but I just do not want to lose to an Abrade right here at all. Or something that interacts with the key. Sure. Okay. Take two. It's pretty good. I just want to get the Hullbreaker in right now. Let's do that. Boom. Go. This was another reason for keeping the land, is I got to play the Horror and leave up the Unsummon. So if they try to divide or whatever, I can Fading Hope, put the divide back in their hand, and then unsummon the Tyrant. And the game's probably over from there. Now I can just sack my land because I don't need it anymore. Yeah, the reason is divide by 0. I don't want to get my Hullbreaker divided. Because yesterday we played against this deck and it was dragons with divide by 0, so I'm not trying to let that happen at all. Okay. Yes. That is exactly what I'm saying. Put Divide back in their hand with the Horror trigger, and then unsummon the Tyrant. This is fine. So that taps for blue? Sure. I'm not letting Divide resolve. That is for dang sure. Okay, yep, they definitely have it, too. I will sacrifice. Don't need it anymore. Conversion is gas. Why would you tap like that, man? Not that matters that much, but jeez, oh Pete's. Well, I don't really need Doomscar anymore. Bounce this. Test of Talents. Counterspell. I think I counterspell that, yeah. Bounce the orb. Let's just cut their mana. Maybe I still want those in the deck. Just feels kind of weak. I think it's pretty weak. It's a little greedy, but just don't think I want that card right now. Oh my god, let's go. 7 you. You. Oh, forgot to play land. Oops. Whoops. Getting a little ahead of myself. Resolves. Disdainful Stroke. Bounce your orb. Alright, well, did not matter in the slightest that I didn't play land. Oh, I can just exile the one from hand. Yeah, but then I could seek the other one. That seems terrible, so I just want them both out of the deck, Matt, I think. Alright, 3 and 2. Dream Devourer. Would like to look at this deck a moment here. Alright, as good as Obsessive Collector's been kind of cool, but I just don't think this card is actually what I want to be doing. I think I want to main deck a Disdainful Stroke in this format. Like our one opponent was doing. It seems very good. And then I can put a second test in the sideboard, which I kind of wanted anyway. Also, I'm not sure that 4 Sunset Revelry is where we want to be either, but we'll stay on it. We'll stay on it for now. But there just don't seem to be that many crazy aggro decks. We've played against like actual 0 aggro decks for the most part so far. We played against like a couple Gruul decks, but those aren't super hyper aggro. They're more of a curve out deck, kill you on 5 or 6. Main deck, yeah, the main deck 1 of Revelry is pretty odd. I don't disagree with that. Maybe just main deck 2 strokes. The way the form, or Valor's Stance is kind of interesting too. I think I just want another stroke. Let's just play 2 strokes in the main. We can board all 4 Revelries, I guess. But his card's like so good against almost the entire format. And if it's ever not good, we can conversion it away. Or just second Hermit. I think I'd rather have Stroke. But second Hermit's interesting. But Stroke's like way better against all these dragons. And the dragon deck we've definitely played a few times. So Hermit I don't like as much because they know about it too. Like against the black decks, they can just kill it and then play their Lulth or whatever. I think I want to do this. I also just like that. Yeah, I just like the hidden information on that. I guess it's possible. It's possible as well. I could just put the 4th Absence in the main deck. That might be better than the second Stroke. Just the 4th Absence. and then put the second stroke in the board. Because we bring it in literally all the time. Yeah, the main thing I'm worried about with Hermit is dragons, particularly. So I think we'll just do this. We've boarded this in every single matchup. I think it's good against pretty much everything. This card's also been kind of terrible. I'm not convinced this card is even good at all, to be completely honest. But we'll keep it for now, but I just have not found a spot where I think this card is even remotely good. It was good, I guess, against the Dragons player in game 1, but they were choked on mana. I don't know. We'll keep playing it, but I've really not liked that card. I feel like the play is play Jeskai. I don't know what that looks like, but Jeskai seems kind of hot to me. I've got 2 lands. This is kind of awkward. I think I keep it and just hope to peel a land, but Ray of Frost. Like, freezes a red thing, right? Or green. Could be good. Alright, we're playing against the mono-black deck or the black-white, Abzan, one of those. Play this, I guess. Go. Oh, we drew a land, so we should be able to function pretty well here. But can tap red things. I see. Okay. That might be interesting. I don't know for sure. Shambling Ghast. Okay. Opponent's getting the beats going. Getting the mediocre beats going. The beat train. Well, I just keep drawing lands, so I don't need to be aggressive with Divide anymore. Next turn, I'm just going to play a key. Just divide the village rights. Make them sack another thing. I guess. Seems okay. Then they have to lose something else. Yeah, just don't draw 2, please. Teachings will probably be good later, so let's probably take that because they're going to draw a bunch of cards. Could also take the sciences. I think it's teachings. I have another divide, so it's pretty irrelevant. Maybe it should have gotten the search a land first, because I can just get teachings later. Well, I mean, I think a braid is very good. I don't think a braid, like, I think the main issue with our deck yesterday was just maybe I was playing too many discovered, like, I might have been just too big on the curve. That might have been part of the issue. And maybe I am just supposed to play Burn Down the House in that deck. Maybe I'm supposed to play Key instead of, I don't know. We'll revisit Blue-Red, because I like having Artifact Destruction in this format. I really do. Alright, well, Key to the Archive. I mean, if they can't blow up this key, I'm just so far ahead. If they are mono-black, it's going to be a little awkward for them. Draft a card. I guess I draft the Lightning Helix here. Discard a card. Probably the Deluge. Just flash that back anyway, right? Could be the Teachings as well. Yeah, let's actually do the Teachings. Deluge can hit my lands, which is good. What does this one do again? Okay. Does a bunch of cool stuff, but we'll see if they lulf me here. Lulf would be annoying. Brushstroke. I don't care very much about that. Try and combo kill me with the Meat Hook Massacre. It's not quite going to work, opponent. Not quite. So Teferi is almost free. Start gaining that life. This one. This one. This one. Now I can discover the formula. Feel like our opponents lost the game. The thing that we did not have negates instead of tests. Yeah, maybe. Disdainful Stroke hits key too, right? Maybe the secret is go back to that blue-red deck and splash white for Teferi, so then we get key Teferi in that deck as well. I don't know. There's a lot to parse through in this format, but it feels like Jeskai would be insane if you can make it work. Do I just divide that? I'm pretty disinterested in that happening. Yeah, why don't you just put that away? Why don't you just think again, opponent, about all that? I like the environmental sciences, I think. Sure. Now they had to sack both their treasures. It's fine with me. Fine with me, man. Now they're way down on mana, which is good. Can just Helix this. Does this only tap for one color? 2 mana in any combination. White and red. Let's just hit this, I think. Deal with that. Yeah, sounds good. You got it, man. I like helixing there in case they draw a swamp and village rights. I don't want that to be a thing they can do. Oh, well, that's going to be broken. Why don't we discover some formula? If you kill Stinger before the trigger, they can't draw? Really? I did not know that, Matt. Well, that seems pretty sweet. Am I playing in the thing this weekend, Zyphon? Maybe. This one. Why can they not draw, Matt? Because it still exploits, right? Doesn't the exploit still go on the stack? Really? Huh. I don't understand why that works that way, but I guess it makes sense. I don't know. Yeah, that's fine from our opponent. Don't care about that in the slightest. Another brushstroke I'll counter for sure if they give me the... Yep. No. No. You don't need that. Don't need more of those. Time to deluge. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's take some of that. Can I liar plus discover the formula yet? Probably. Yeah, I definitely can. Still get to leave a mana up if I do that too. It seems kind of broken. Or I could just do this. Just draw a million, no longer have a hand size. I guess that's probably better. Just find more discovers. Let's do this. Let's draw 6. No maximum hand size anymore. Play this. Plus this. This, I guess. I don't want to play another key, probably. Probably playing another key. Just, like, really doesn't matter what I do anymore, I don't think. Let's do this, though. Krosan Grip's good for that, I guess, so... Sure. Discard a card. This, I guess. You got it, dude. They're separate abilities. Interesting. Okay. That's good to know for the future. Sure. Opponents really, I commend them for trying to fight through this. They don't have a chance in the world to win this game, but they're out here fighting. They're out here trying their best, trying to drain me out while I gain 2 every single turn. They're trying their best. But pretty soon here, as soon as I hit a time warp off these archives, the game's just going to be very done. Honestly, I might even be able to just, like, go off this turn. Well, that helps. Let's start there. Seems ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Play this. Let's key to the archive again, see if we can find a time warp. That's really what we're trying to hit. Alright, this game's over. Discard a card. I could literally just do anything. I guess I don't need the Crows and Grip anymore. Even if I did, I can flash it back. I guess I don't need the Teferi. Alright, let's just get rid of the second Teferi, I guess. This one, this one, this one. Time warp. Target me. Opponent is indeed showing some heart. You're not wrong. All right, they said screw this at the time warp, which is definitely where I would have conceded to. Okay, well, that was insane. Malevolent Hermit, good against them. I like Test. I like getting rid of Village Rights and the other one. Maybe Hermit's okay, too. I definitely like another Discover the Formula. I don't like my sweepers at all. Divine Purge is kind of interesting because it exiles them all. It's kind of awkward they can just replay their stuff with this, but I can't imagine. I mean, this has got to be the matchup where you have this, right? I don't know. Do we like Strokes here? We didn't even. They might not be playing Lolth. They looked lower to the ground than most builds. I don't think I need Horror. I think Liar's just gonna be good enough. I guess this stops Go Blank potentially, which is something I may be interested in. Didn't love Disdainful Stroke until we see a reason to be playing it. Gets rid of treasures. Yeah, giving you time. Well, they probably weren't thinking about Liar. I mean, there's no question that Teferi, Key to the Archive, Liar should be in your deck. I mean, this is ridiculous what you can do with this. But I'm not convinced that we shouldn't be just splashing red for, like, a Braid, which I think is great. Prismari Command is interesting. There's some very good cards that we get access to in red that I'm curious about, but I don't know. Maybe that's just a worse deck. Do I want Hermit for one of these things? How good is Fateful Absence? Fateful seems kind of medium, honestly. Let's trim 2 of these for 2 Hermits. Fatefuling 1/1 idiots seems awful, so the best function Fateful's going to have here is their manlands, which I assume they definitely are playing the black manland and maybe Faceless Haven. I can't remember if we saw snow basics from them or not. I keep forgetting to edit this record, but 3-2, up a game here. What do I think of this? I think it's awkward but fine. You gonna play this on 2? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. The mana is weird as heck. Alright, well, things got a lot better. Could leave up Disruption on turn 2 as well. There's Hive. There's that. Okay, so they are, like, very low to the ground. Lower to the ground than I thought they were. Even. Okay, well, that was a good draw. Let's play that. And I think I'm just going to pass. Card looking really awkward now. Cutting those Fatefuls looking pretty awkward. Cutting the Sweeper not looking amazing, but here we are. Don't get to tag anything, huh? Alright. Play this. Go. It's pretty gross. Pretty disgusting. Get a blood, get a treasure, get 2 cards, get a card off the Cursebound Witch. Yeah, that's crazy good. Crazy good. Duress. Yikes. There goes my key. Getting bloody. They're indeed getting bloody, Matt. That is accurate. Jeez, dude. It's like they're playing a whole different deck. It's like went from being kind of a... I just underestimated how aggressive they were, I guess. That's not even a very good draw, honestly, because they can just play this and they kill it. I guess it like time walks though, and gains me some life. So maybe I just have to play that here. I can also play Hermit and leave up Disruption. They know I have Disruption. Hermit technically could give me another turn with Teferi too. I think I'm going to actually play Hermit here. They just like block the cat, which is pretty awkward, but they can't bring it back. They don't have a way to produce food as far as I know. They could get another Cursebound Witch or whatever, but I wonder if they just fire up the Hive. They might just fire up their Hive. Puts me in an awkward position, to say the least. Seems strong. I will block your cat. Pretty embarrassing, but here we are. I mean, they have to, like, commit to the same play again if I just play the Teferi and Plus, right? They have to fire up their Hive, use, like, all their mana, field into Hermit. That's a play, too. I don't know if I like that as well as Teferi Plus and force them into the same play. Could be better. Maybe it's better. Then I get to keep the Teferi around. Yeah, we'll try it, I guess. I did think about this. I'm not sure if this is better or not, but we'll find out soon, I guess.